There's some kind of TV debate coming up over there, is that right?
Well, there is, Stuart. Everybody knows about it, and a lot of people are really bored. They're getting fed up
You
with
said it, not me.
And this is reflected in The Guardian in the UK. The blogger from the States for them is called Gary Young, and he's got a piece in today's paper. This presidential election show is lame, but the outcome could be dramatic. Now, he's saying that Obama, this time around, is lacking vision, and Romney is having visions a go-go, including, I quote, of free market unicorns galloping under tax-slashing rainbows. So Gary Young in that piece is saying, yes, the show is lame, but the fight has become very interesting. They're neck and neck. And what's happening is that every electoral outcome is within the margin of error.
OK, we've also pulled a fascinating piece out. This is from China Daily, saying reality will rule after the polls.
Well, this is a nice piece to the Americans. Normally, they're a bit tongue-in-cheek and quite severe on them. But this time, the piece is saying, well, hey, for a prolonged period now, Obama and Romney have been using China as a punch bag. Basically, what they're doing is using Washington as a scapegoat for all kinds of economic woes in the States. Now, it's saying, OK, let's just get over this now. What's really important now, after this election, even if Romney wins or Obama wins, is that you have to pull together. We're in the choppy economic waters together, and there's no point trying to rebuild the American dream, the China Daily is saying, by confronting China. They'll have to deal with Beijing.
OK. Also, of course, in the papers today, the situation in Lebanon. You pulled out a piece from a Lebanese newspaper. This is, of course, following the assassination of the intelligence chief there.
It's been an absolutely dreadful weekend for the Lebanese. L'Orient Le Jour, the Lebanese paper, is leading on that. Look at this photo, entre tristesse, rage et inconscience. So between sadness, anger, and a kind of sheer lack of awareness about the threats that Lebanese people are facing. The editorial in L'Orient Le Jour, also very emotional today, saying, let's keep a lid on this, guys. We must not go into a revenge mode. We've been there before. We've been in difficult times. So there it's reporting that editorial there, a tomb for a martyr. And it says, by dealing with our impulses towards revenge, putting them down, we can actually deal with this peacefully. And there, the tomb for a martyr for Hassan.
OK, and finally, Nick's pulled out this story. This is the Spanish story. Mariano Rajoy, the Conservative Prime Minister, having a bit of a kind of mixed bag, really, of results in regional votes.
Well, Rajoy is breathing a sigh of relief. That's reflected in El País's editorial today, saying that what he's got now, though, is a new challenge. The Basques in the north, around 2/3 of the seats in the Basque Regional Assembly, will be held by people who want to split from Spain. There you can see elecciones nacionales. And in fact, well, they were regional elections. So these are regional elections with a national, effect, a national impact. Now, of course, as well as this triumph for the Basques, we've got, in 5 weeks' time, a vote in Catalonia, which is where nationalism is also growing. The Gara, which is the Basque nationalist paper, is euphoric. It's saying there's been a landslide. We are at a historic juncture where the horizon for the country's independence is approaching at the speed of light, that they say.
Wow. OK, that's pretty dramatic stuff. And you've got a cartoon to show us.
A cartoon, going back to that debate, boring or not, or otherwise, it's about foreign policy. Look at this in the Washington Post. It's got two blokes, forlornly with pails of buckets of water, and they've got 2 minutes each, Stuart, to put out that flame, the towering inferno of foreign policy.
Excellent. Well, this time tomorrow, we'll, of course, know how that debate went. So tune in tomorrow to find out exactly how it went here on France 24. Nick, thanks very much. Nick Rushworth for the International Papers. Here's the headlines then. Tense but calm on the streets of Beirut today following another night of clashes. It follows